tonight on CTV3 News. Head of lettuce sold for close to $16. BMDC is blamed for price gouging, but its administrator refutes those claims and calls on consumers to be extra careful when making a purchase. A single mother of four calls on social services to let her see her children. And recently paved street in Corozal damaged by reckless driver. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023.
Special guest in the audience tonight, legendary record executive, Mr. Clive Davis.
My voice is gone.
What?
You start the show tonight. No talking back. I'm your mother.
There's a boy I know. He's the one I dream of.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston.
Wake up! It's on. It's on. Listen. How will I know if he really loves me?
My dream, sing what I want to sing, be how I want to be.
I say a prayer with every heartbeat.
Reach as big an audience as I can.
How will I know?
Common criticism of you, your music isn't black enough.
Look, I don't know how to sing black, and I don't know how to sing white either. I know how to sing.
I might have just heard the greatest voice of her generation.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's got to have a hook.
A hook?
Yeah.
I'll give it a hook.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action! Here they come. Amazing! They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have him on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3.
They're on fire! Chiladas.
Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat.
They're on fire! Chiladas.
From Snackers, done right, done here.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Ethan Rodriguez. The issue of price gouging has been a concern across the country for a while now, one which the government of Belize has been fighting to control. A post reporting an alleged severe case of price gouging, however, went viral over social media today after it claimed that lettuce imported by the Belize Marketing and Development Corporation was being sold for close to $16. Now, while the post does not provide specifics about where the produce was being sold, it expectedly caused a major stir, as Belizeans called for an investigation to be launched. Following the report, our news contacted the administrator of the BMDC, Valentin Carrillo, to query about these allegations. While Carrillo says lettuce is currently being imported by BMDC in an effort to adequately meet local demands, he explained that the price sold on the market is not dependent on the BMDC and instead comes from wholesalers and retailers who are tasked with local distribution.
The amount usually corresponds to what the ministry suggests. It varies from week to week. Now the price tag, I don't know how if it's a retailer or what. I don't know how they price. But we sell the lettuce by case.
Okay.
And each case brings 24 units. So we don't sell by pound.
Okay. And what's the price for the case then?
And usually the wholesaler depends on the amount they buy, because they have wholesalers that buy 10 cases, wholesalers buy 40 cases, and so forth. And it ranges between, I would say, $111 per case to $120, more or less. It depends every week, because that the exchange rate is going way down. Before, just about a month ago, it was like 850. Now it's at 770. So prices change a lot.
Okay.
But within that range, it would give you like $4.85, the maximum per head of lettuce.
With the price of a head of lettuce sold at approximately $4.80 to wholesalers, Carrillo says consumers should not be paying more than $8 per lettuce currently on the market.
Any retail shop selling more than $7.50, $7.25 a head of lettuce, because of course, if we sell it at $4.80 more or less per head, they won't sell it at $5 because it crosses intermediate hands, and also lettuce is something that is perishable, so they have to adjust for waste, especially those small shops that don't have refrigeration and so forth. So they have to adjust for waste, but the price over there is way up, way up.
Right.
What I would suggest is that if these people if somebody is price gouging, of course, I agree with that, if that is the price they are selling. But then they have to get their statistics and their data correct and say, you know what, this is the shop that is doing that. And then I send it to me, and I would gladly assist by passing on information to supplies control.
Right.
They are the ones who determine, and they will ask the retail shop, you know what, give me your receipt, where you got it from, how comes you are selling this price at 15 and change.
Right.
But BMDC would never do that. They only put the label. Now the retailers put the price,
Okay.
because it ranges. We cannot put price,
All
so
right.
it ranges. That I don't know what shop sells lettuce by pound. That's not potato. That's not onion. Lettuce is sold by head of
By
lettuce.
head.
Yeah.
While a set of price is not available for produce such as lettuce, Carrillo today confirmed that any retailers selling for exorbitant amount would in fact be guilty of price gouging, which is punishable by law.
But what alarms me is that this retailer is doing that, if that is a retailer, but when it comes to legality, that it's only supplies control that can say, well, you know what, you are doing this wrong and this and that. We abide by the law, and we abide by what supplies controls, dictates. But certain consumers, of course, they want to price gouge and things like that, because especially if things are in low supply,
All right.
But that price is way up. Way
Right.
up. And advice to the consumers: why would you buy a head of lettuce that is $16, almost $16? You know, when majority of the shops have it for 7 and so forth.
Right.
As a consumer, Carrillo says it is also important for residents to be aware when purchasing and to report any suspected case of price gouging to the pertinent authorities.
I would advise consumers to look what they are purchasing. You know, we at BMDC, we guarantee the consumers that we are not price gouging. You know, prices fluctuate as I say. The same thing that affects here demand and supply affects over there. I know that lettuce is in high demand over there because the supply is low, because of weather, rainfall, temperature. You know, all those things are affecting also. Also, the price is being affected by the exchange rate. You know, before it was almost 10 pesos to a dollar. So let's say we pay 15% duty. Let's say, an example, on a dollar we would pay only 15 cents. You know, but that same product that is cost 10 pesos before is the price. Let's say the price hasn't changed. Now it's 770 pesos per dollar. So that again, it's not $1 again cost. It's 135. You know, and then the duty on 135 will go. You know, so it's these are the things that affect. But it will never reach $15.
Right.
I believe.
Right.
You know, and also we have the local produce also. You know, it's not pretty head because it's 39 degrees. It will not form. You know, but we have some local suppliers also that sell way cheaper than us because it's local and everything. You know, our prices vary because of how we get it.
Right.
But the local producers, I encourage them to consume locally. I would never say, oh, you know what, consume the one we're importing and leave aside the local.
Right.
It's consumers' preference,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
and we have to give them that. Consumers, the supply is not enough right now, so we are importing. But the local is cheaper, I understand, and I suggest and I encourage consumers to consume locally, you know. But unfortunately, we need to import the foreign one, so that we have enough for tourism, for consumers, because locally it's usually concentrated in Cayo.
A single mother of 4 today visited our studio seeking assistance to get back her children, whom she says were wrongly removed from her custody by members of social services. Bernadine Matura says that on Thursday night, members of the police department along with social services barged into her home and removed her 2 youngest children, ages 1 and 6 months old. Since then, Matura says she has been trying to get information about the reason why her children were taken away. However, none has been forthcoming.
The social worker and the police officer went to my house. There was 2 pickup and a tourist van full with social, and they come to my house and they remove my 2 kids. One is 6 months and the other one is 1 year old, and she has fever. When they remove my kid, they take me to the station and they told me, one of them told me that she will F up me, and then they immediately went into the tourist van, and then the other one said that we go in a city.
Did anyone tell you the reason why they were taking the kids?
No, they didn't tell me the reason why they were taking my kids. A lady come yesterday at my house and she said she is the one who went to the office and complained so that they may take the children.
Have you been able to visit the social department or the police department to ask what is the reason why they took the kids?
Well, when I went to the police station, they chased me and they say that they don't have anything to do with that. But when they came at my house, all the domestic officers was with the social workers. Each and every one of the domestic person, about 5 domestic officer women was with the social them, and 2 female, 2 men.
You're unaware if any report was made against you or anything that would cause this?
One lady that named Zara, she is the one who went to report.
And do you know if an investigation was taking place? Did they visit you before?
No, they didn't visit me. All they come to my house Wednesday, and they said, Bernadine, I will come for you and take you to the hospital for your daughter to get a medical checkup. And from there, they come Thursday in the night and remove the kids. They didn't come for me to do any checkup.
Her two older children were also removed from her custody back in 2021. Since then, Matura says she has been unable to see her children or have any contact with them as she has been shut out by social services, whom she says refuses to provide her with any adequate answers.
I separated my husband. We gone into the court and we gone through illegal separation. And from there, I went to my mother's house to stay. And when I went to my mother's house, that is when they come to my house and remove the kids. Them.
You also mentioned that they had removed two of your other older kids as well?
Yes, Wayne and Carlos have already removed in 2021 also.
So old are they?
Wayne is 6 right now, but when they remove him, he was like 3 years old, because he was going to be 4 in December. And right now he's 6 years old. He will be 7 years old in December. And Carlos is 3. He will be 4 in September the 2nd. I am asking for any kind of help that anybody can give to me to get back my children here in Belize.
On June 28, 2023, the World Health Organization announced that it has certified Belize as malaria-free, following over 70 years of continued efforts to stamp out the disease. The World Health Organization congratulates the people and government of Belize and their network of global and local partners for this achievement, said Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the WHO Director General. Belize is another example of how, with the right tools and the right approach, we can dream of a malaria-free future, he added. In the Americas region, 11 countries have been certified malaria-free. Following the achievement of Paraguay, Argentina, and El Salvador, Belize today becomes the 4th country in the Americas and the 2nd in Central America to be certified as free of malaria over the last 5 years, said Dr. Jarbus Barbosa, Pan American Health Organization Director. This is an extraordinary achievement for Belize and will also serve as inspiration for the other endemic countries in the Americas, Dr. Barbosa added. The World Health Organization noted that over the last 3 decades, Belize has achieved a dramatic reduction in its malaria burden, from a peak of about 10,000 cases in 1994 to 0 indigenous cases in 2019. Belize's success has hinged on strong surveillance for malaria, access to diagnosis, and effective vector control methods including insecticide-treated mosquito nets and indoor spraying of insecticides. Trained community health workers have played a vital role in timely diagnosis and treatment, the World Health Organization noted. With support from USAID, PAHO has provided technical cooperation throughout Belize's anti-malaria campaign. This success in Belize's contributes to PAHO's disease elimination initiative, which aims to eliminate more than 30 communicable diseases, including malaria, in the Americas by 2030. Belize is also a member of the E2025 initiative, a group of countries identified by the World Health Organization as having the potential to eliminate malaria by 2025. Belize is the 3rd country to be awarded a malaria-free status in 2023, following the certifications of Azerbaijan and Tajikistan in March. After much controversy, members of St. Francis Xavier Credit Union Limited are notified of a special meeting to be held on Sunday, the 9th of July 2023. We understand that the Governor of the Central Bank of Belize, in his capacity as Registrar of Credit Unions, has approved for Martin Marshallek, the appointed administrator to St. Francis Xavier Credit Union, to call the special meeting in accordance with Section 61(8) of the Credit Union Acts. Further meeting details will be published by the St. Francis Credit Union administrator forthwith. This special meeting is being called to update the credit union's membership on the affairs of the credit union and the steps taken to protect their interests. The external auditor's report, which covers all the areas identified in the recent examinations and the special investigations conducted on St. Francis Xavier Credit Union, will also be presented. As you might recall, the registrar appointed the administrator to St. Francis Xavier Credit Union on the 10th of March 2023. And since then, the credit union has continued to operate normally without interruption. The primary function of the administrator is to manage and operate the credit union in accordance with the CUA, the bylaws, and its policies and procedures. Additionally, the administrator is charged with the responsibility to consider and implement prudent corrective measures necessary to remedy issues identified by the registrar. The credit union members are urged to attend this important meeting, as the administrator and staff of the credit union will report on their work to protect members' interests. Coming up next, the celebration of Service Week continues here in the North. Stay tuned.
If you're lucky, no matter what life hands you, you can always count on your closest friends to be there. Oh, thank you. My purse was exhausted. We are all blissfully unaware when our lives are about to change.
Life is full of surprises.
I'm ready to lose my virginity.
Excuse me? I got the list.
What list?
There's a whole brouhaha at school about this MILF list.
For real?
Our lunchtime fodder is not usually this lowbrow, I swear.
Really? Who have you been eating with?
It's a big step up for Che and me.
I've been having exit out of grief sex. It's just sex.
Through all the chance that you've been out there, men have feelings too.
Life's too short not to try something new. And just like that, I realized some things are better left in the past. But maybe not everything.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Come on!
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, delicious for snacking, done right and done here.
Done right, done here.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
The cartels and the crimes related to them are mostly heard of on international news and the movies. But as of recent, we can claim that the cartels have disrupted the peace in the north and much so in Belize, or at least that is what the Commissioner of Police believes. The recent shooting incidents in Libertad village a few weeks ago, one that led to the murder of Curtis Usher, and the second that saw the home and vehicle of Wilbert Henry riddled with bullets, are open investigations still. But it's not only Compol Chester Williams that is concerned about the infiltration of the cartel in Belize. So is the mayor of Corozal, Rigo Veos. For him, the recent incidents have disrupted the peace and security of residents.
It's always an unfortunate situation seeing something like that end up with someone dying. We must recognize the fact that we're out there hurting and killing our own brothers and sisters, and of course, people who can be productive citizens to our beautiful country. I must recognize the fact that also that the Prime Minister recognized the issue. It is very important for our leader to be able to recognize it, and he has, and I must again give kudos to him for recognizing an issue, a very important issue, not only in Corozal but through the whole country, right? I am sure that again we have the right authorities that will do their process and will do whatever they need to do, and I can tell you that I am also proud of our Prime Minister, who has made sure that finances are being allocated to work an end to those type of crime and scenarios. Again, Corozal or Belize in a whole is not only for the Prime Minister, it's for all of us. We, each and every individual as a citizen, as a Belizean, has to do their part, to ensure that whatever finances the government is spending it with the right reasons, to ensure that it works. The police department, they have always tried to do their best. I have always recognized that we work extremely close with them. I know what they're capable of doing when it comes to these crimes, and I can trust that they will do their utmost best.
Friday, June 23rd will be observed worldwide as United Nations Public Service Day. The first celebration of public servants started back in 2002. It is done each year to recognize their value to the community, highlight the contribution of public service in the development process of nations, and recognize public servants' work. Here in Belize, the public sector has turned the event into an entire week of activities, which started on Monday. This morning, we stopped by their public service information fair at the Central Park here in Orange Walk Town. Today's event saw 8 governmental offices, including the BDF, Fire Department, Library Service, Banquita's House of Culture, the Forestry Department, Ministry of Health, as well as the Belize Tax Service, sharing information with the general public about their day-to-day operations.
This week we're celebrating public service, and what you're seeing today is one of the events, one of the activities that we have planned for the week, whereby we invited several government departments to come in and showcase their work, share information with the public. So this is exactly what you're seeing. As public servants, we have the duty to serve the public. We have the duty to share information on what we do, our accomplishments. I'm sure a lot of the departments that you see here, they're mainly based in office. So events like this gives them that opportunity to share that information with the public, interact with the public, and ask questions on whatever people may have about the work. So I think it is a great opportunity to share that information and interact with the public.
This annual event, according to Forestry Officer German Novello, is done to help bridge the gap between the public and the public officers who spend most of their days inside an office.
The message is that we are here to serve them. We're doing our best with the resources that are made available to us to look after their needs, to share information as best as possible, and to have that interaction with them. It's not only office, so we want to be out here and show them our equipment, share information with them. Some of the booths, they have games for the kids to play. So basically it's to, I would say, information sharing mainly.
Part of this week's festivities also included the 2023 Public Service Outstanding Honors and Awards, where officers were awarded for their years of service to the public service.
Today, Wednesday, we're having this information day. Well, Monday we had a church service. Yesterday we had a health walk. I'm sure the public heard the sirens going on in town. Today we're having an info day. So all of these activities are leading towards Friday, June the 23rd, which is essentially the Public Service Day. It is a UN declared day. So across the country, in all municipalities, we are celebrating public service.
The expectation is that the different government offices will celebrate their officers in different ways, including luncheons and other small gatherings. Belize's Commissioner of Police, Chester Clyde Williams, assumed the prestigious role of President of the Commissions of Chiefs and Directors of Police of Central America, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Colombia. On June 21, 2023, the 34th Extraordinary General Assembly of the CJDPC-AMCC took place in a virtual setting, with representatives from 13 out of the 15 member agencies in attendance. Guided by Walter Lazo Merino, the head of the Commission's Permanent Technical Secretariat, Orsan Interpol, El Salvador, the meeting was presided over by Commissioner of Police Williams, who had been serving as the interim president since May 2023, following unforeseen changes in the Commission's leadership. The highlight of this momentous gathering was the elections for the new Board of Directors, resulting in Commissioner Williams being elected as the president for the 2023-24 term. This remarkable achievement makes him the first commissioner from Belize to hold this esteemed position. With the assumption of the presidency, Belize is set to host the 28th Ordinary General Assembly of the CJDPC-AMMCC in November 2023. The CJDPC-AMCC's mandate revolves around fostering interregional and international cooperation with various security organizations and agencies, promoting the exchange of information and expertise, and coordinating efforts to combat transnational crime and enhance the safety of citizens. In his acceptance speech, Commissioner Williams expressed his unwavering commitment to strengthening collaboration between the CJDPC-AMCC and the Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police. Additionally, he emphasized his dedication to working closely with the Central America Integration System in fulfilling its democratic security mandate. Commissioner Williams' vision and determination promises a future of enhanced security and unity in the region. The People's United Party is tonight mourning the passing of one of their stalwarts here in Orange Walk. Narciso Urbina Jr., better known as Pop, was son of D. Narciso Urbina Sr., better known as Don Chicho, who in the ranks of the PUP was known and acknowledged by the father of the nation as El Gran Mariscal, for heading the right-wing group of the PUP in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, also known to everyone as the Rippentier group. After Don Chicho left the group, Pop took on the group and was the modern-day Rippentier, being the guest speaker at PUP conventions and rallies and special guest at radio and TV shows. He was always known for his vivacity and his one-of-a-kind manner at throwing punches at the UDP candidates. Narciso Urbina Jr. also served one time as a candidate for the PUP 7 slate in the 90s and formed part of the many communities of the PUP. Until his death, he maintained his loyalty to the People's United Party. He will always be remembered for his famous speeches and creative propaganda and machine he headed when election time was around, be it municipal or general. Here at CTV3 News, we also send our condolences to the Urbina family for the loss of their loved one. 3rd Street North in Corozal Town is getting a much-needed facelift courtesy of the Corozal Town Council. The paving was programmed for yesterday morning. However, the plans changed due to the rain that poured before dawn. Nonetheless, the paving was carried out overnight.
It's one of those major streets because we have a bank very close together. We have the immigration very close together, So it's a street that is very trafficable, by pedestrians and drivers. We had in mind to pave it early this morning. Unfortunately, we don't control the weather, and the rain started early this morning. But we have committed workers. We have a committed town council, so we decided that we will do it tonight. Through the course of the night, we will be working to ensure, once the weather holds up, to ensure that it's done. Now, like I said, infrastructure is extremely important for us.
And I think tonight would be a better timing when there is less traffic and pedestrians, so it would give it time to heal up before morning.
Yes, it works in both ways. I mean, it's cooler, it's less trafficable, you don't have a lot of traffic, so it gives you and allows you that freedom to work easily on the street.
That interview was done with the mayor yesterday, and today we learned that not even 3 hours after this morning's paving, an unidentified motorist damaged the newly paved section of 3rd Street North at the junction with 5th Avenue by skidding on the road. This act and behavior is irresponsible, and the council condemns it fully. In a post today, the council asked residents who can identify the vehicle license plates or driver to report to the council for proper action to be taken. The council also advised all motorists and cyclists to use newly paved streets with caution to avoid skidding and causing damages on the road or to nearby vehicles due to loose gravel. The council appeals to the community to cooperate as they work hard to improve the streets of Corozal. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, June 22nd here on CTV3 and Feast FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3believesnews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3believesnews or our YouTube channel at CTV3NewsBZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.